Hey students, Mr. Imatsu here, coming to you with you on day three activity. And we've already done day one, which is a focus on the graphic organizer and kind of choosing, figuring out what a PSA was, choosing the environmental problem, organizing our thoughts on cause, effects, and solutions. And then yesterday, we took some time to kind of look at how some maybe text was going to be used and how we are going to go ahead and try to put in some of these solutions that were in there as well, and also some of the pictures or the videos that we might want to use. And today we are now going to put this together. So currently you're watching this video right here, the WeVideo overview. The first thing you need to do is you're going to need to sign up for ECVHS students. And so this is actually a link only for El Cajon students. And then once again, if you listened to, or sorry, watched my video from the beginning of the week, you're going to get full access to like the premium version, right? You're going to get all the tools and all the things that you can use. And you can use this for your personal use as well. I mean, it is linked to your school account. So again, always be appropriate on how you use digital tools and how you use, if you're in this case using your Chromebook or any other activity that's associated to the school. But you can definitely use this for your own personal use. And as I said earlier, I do use this for ASB. So you're going to go through this. You're going to click this link. You're going to create a new account and join and log in with Google. And even if you already have done it, you're going to go in with Google, or if you already logged in, we go to WeVideo and log in with Google. But if you haven't, or you don't know if you haven't, just follow these steps anyways, and it'll give it to you. So this is the document. You'll click this link and follow these steps. Okay, pretty simple, pretty easy. A lot of you guys have gone through this process multiple times before. But you do need to join this group in order to get the full access, or else what you're going to see on my screen is going to be a little bit different than what you're going to get, because you're going to have much more limited access. Okay, so after doing that, you are going to go ahead and get to WeVideo. Sorry for a second. So this is WeVideo here. Mine already has kind of already got to my dashboard, so I'll try to get to the home site to give you guys an idea of what this looks like. So when you guys first log in, you'll probably get a dashboard that kind of looks something like this. Again, I have some videos down here that I've been created. We're going to go ahead and create a new video. So we're going to click that. And this kind of puts them into different folders. You're going to find the link at the very end, so we're not going to worry about it too much. So we're going to hit start editing. And now what we're going to do is, this is kind of all the information that we need. So there's a kind of a couple of things that we can show you guys. So down here is where you're going to load videos. This is where you're going to load different types of audios. What I'm going to do is, before I even start, is I'm going to take a look at my rough draft. So if you remember right here, we kind of created yesterday a little bit of a rough draft, and I'm gonna really kind of use this as an example on how to create this. So it looks like I want to start with some text with the earth is getting warmer, then lead into a cause. I'm going to put this one up here, factories, then cars, and then lean into sea level rise, and then say that but there is hope, which will be another text, and then here. Okay, cool, awesome. So I think I know my text. One thing I didn't talk about last time is, you saw this on the PSA. It said add counsel at the end, or it says don't drive drunk, or don't drive buzzed, right? If you want any last words or kind of last impression, which I'm going to do beyond but there is hope, right? I'm going to say like act now or something like that. So kind of put a last statement to really make the person feel that they should be doing something. Since this is kind of like a persuasive essay, it's kind of a persuasive video essay, you're trying to persuade somebody that the cause and the effects are so important that they need to join and support your solutions that you're trying to show. Okay, so to show this, how mine would look if this were the version is, I would be something like this, and probably I would say right here, act now, and that's what I'm going to say. So this is kind of a rough draft. I'm going to start with a text that says the earth is getting warmer. I'm going to move into factories and cars, and then I'm going to show sea level rise. I'm going to write there is hope, and I'm going to go into some of our solutions, and I'm going to put act now. So that's kind of my brainstorming, and that's how I'm using this to manipulate things and organize slides in my storyboard to go ahead and create this for WeVideo. So going back over to WeVideo, one of the first things that we want to do is we wanted to go ahead and check out, we want to actually put in some text. So here's the text. There's all these different ones that you can put in. You guys can kind of check them out if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and do the puff, I guess. And so we're going to go ahead and click that. We're going to insert it down here under video number 1. We can change the time. And now I double clicked it and I can begin to edit what it says. So there's some different things you can do, what colors you want the out with the puff to be, what you want it to say. So in this case, I wanted to say the earth is getting warmer. Right? You can do the style of it. You can change how it looks, how it comes in. You want to come in backwards, sideways, left, right, up and down, the speed, the scale. Kind of want to make this a little bit bigger here, fit the text a little bit more. Cool, and hit save changes. If you'd like that zoom in and zoom out, there's one that zooms in, zooms out. This one's again a puff. So there's multiple ways in which you can kind of manipulate what you want to have happen. So I'm going to save changes. Over here, we're going to see it later, but this may not be long enough, so we might have to change the length of it, and that's what it is here. This is called like a scroll head, and up here is the amount of time right now. If you look about right here, if I were to drag this over, this is about 4 seconds, 4 seconds and 4.14 seconds. So that's how long it's going right now. It's probably got to go longer, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to put our stuff in there, make it look good. So the next thing is, if you remember, we had like a factory, right? We wanted to show the causes. There's a couple ways that you can do this. You can insert your own media. And the way that you do that is you can import that. You can find stuff from the internet. You can find stuff and add it to your Google Drive. That would be the best. They also have stock media, which has a variation of different videos and sounds that are free. It's kind of sometimes a little bit easier. So right now I'm going to put factory smoke. And I may not get the picture that I want, but I might have something that I like. Right? And in this case, boom, man, look at this. Great 6-second one. Don't have to do anything, finding it and just putting it in. Okay, and look at the factory smoke is going. Now these are actually nuclear sites, creating nuclear energy, but they are creating a greenhouse gas. Maybe I don't want to do that because nuclear energy may be a solution. So we're gonna actually get rid of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click it, hit delete. It's gonna go. All right, this one is definitely factory smoke. Okay, coming in. So let's hit play, make sure it's happening. There it is. All right, so that one for sure is a good one. Next, I had cars and transportation. So I'm gonna put cars here and see what pops up. I actually don't want cars, I want traffic, and there's traffic. So bam, we're gonna add that one. Boom, all right, done. Next, after cars, I think we had sea level rise. So I'm gonna put sea level rise and see what happens. It's probably glacier meltings, but let's see what happens in sea level rise. Don't really like that. So I'm gonna put glaciers. Right. And I'm gonna put this one. It looks like. Well, actually, and see, kind of scanning this. Look at this one. A full years of Arctic snow is gone. Let's see if this is exactly what we want. So let's hit play and kind of watch it. And it's all melting. Perfect. Awesome. It's showing it's freezing and refreezing, but largely melting. Cool. Or gives that impression of melting, which is all I want, right? Cool. There was another text. If we want to go back, the text after the melt was, but there is hope, leading in myself into the next thing. So I'm going to do text, which is the solutions, right? We're going to use puff again. I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to go to the property up here. I'm going to edit it this time. I'm going to say, but there is hope. It changes. Perfect. Oh, you know what? I wanted to change that size. So I'm going to go over here and make it a little bit bigger. Cool. Even bigger than the first one, which I kind of like, actually. Kind of make it pop a little bit more. Going back to my stock media. Okay, I did my glaciers. I did what there is hope. And now I want to do solar panels, right? That's a really important one. All right, I wonder if they have solar panels. Look at this. Awesome. Cool. And you know what? I want to do the ones where they're installing them. 22 seconds though seems like a long time to do an install. I kind of like this one, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it, and we'll show you how to cut it. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch where I want to stop it. And notice that this is playing as well, which is perfect. So that's good enough, about right there. So I'm gonna click this, the cut button. Now I cut it into 2 spots. I like the first part, I don't like the second one. Done, delete, bye-bye. Okay, now we're not gonna change the seconds on this because if we did, it's gonna kind of make things slow-mo or not, right? I don't know if you can even do that, but we can change these titles a little bit longer, and we'll see how long it is and if we need more time to read them. Okay, and then I wanted to do a last one. I want to put act now. So next I'm gonna put a text out with a puff. We're gonna drag it. We're gonna put it down, put it next to it so it's together. We're gonna open it. I'm gonna put this in cap with an exclamation mark. Or not like 3. I like it to put like 3 exclamation marks in it. I don't know, it just doesn't look professional in my opinion. So there we go. All right, cool. So let's get this thing at the very beginning. And over here, we're gonna hit play and we're gonna see what this thing looks like. So now I'm feeling that that pollution one is like way too long. And I guarantee the traffic one now is gonna be way too long as well. See how if you guys see it, you feel how it's like way too long. What's going on? Sea level rise as well. So I'm gonna see how long this one is when it comes here and kind of look at it. Actually, let me go ahead and click it. So if it's 52 seconds and over here is 1 minute and 2 seconds, about 10 seconds long. So I'm gonna let these things go for about 10 seconds and then I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna cut these things to 10 seconds each. 9 and 10. And you're like, why are you doing that one at 10 seconds? Well, this one was the most important one at 10 seconds, and now they kind of all have equal length, right? One doesn't seem longer than the other. So right here, I'm gonna click the button to go ahead and, oops, I have to click it here. I have to go in about 10 seconds and cut it, delete it. Okay, I'm gonna go over here, count down 10 seconds again. So it's at 18. If it starts at 18 and we go to 28, that's about 10 seconds. 27, 28, cut it, delete it. Cool. This one, go 10 seconds. See, at the very beginning, it says 30 seconds. So if we go to 40 seconds, that's about 10 seconds. We probably want this one where it's melting. So let's wait till it melts. So let's rewind it a bit. And this is kind of the fun, tedious work that you get to do when you edit things, right? So we're gonna stop it there, okay? So cut it and get rid of this. So now, after we previewed it, and notice it wouldn't really let you go on top of it, which is kind of a good thing. So now that they previewed it, let's go ahead and take a look at this thing and let it play. It's kind of fun to watch a little bit longer. This thing is a little bit longer than the factory one, but I kind of like it. I kind of like that, right? Because it looks like it's almost like a heartbeat. And there it is. We're solving the problem. Now, I don't like act now, right? It needs to be a lot bigger, and that was my fault. So I go back over here. We gotta make this thing huge. All right, I'm gonna save changes, cool. So let's go to beginning. Let's not go to beginning because you guys are probably over it, but you guys can always hit fast forward just to see how this looks. Cool. So very quick. I'm not going to do it really in depth, guys, because I really don't want to show you everything at certain levels. I want to show you how you can make a pretty good quality product. If you were to turn something in like this, you definitely would get high marks because you're putting some information in. So it looks really, really good, right? We got cause and effects. You could have 30 different causes, 30 different effects, 30 different solutions. Like we said yesterday, you could do cause effect solution of one, cause effect solution of another, all about maybe climate change or deforestation, whatever they are, guys, because there's a lot of these environmental problems have many different problems. Now, one thing that we don't have is any music underneath, right? So we do have that under stock media as well. And so if you were to get rid of this, or sorry, go under audio, there are some different music that you can put in, all right? You can hear what it is. So I'm just going to select this first one, again, just to make it easier for us. So we're going to put this in here, and notice that we do not need all of this. So once again, we can go to our playhead. We can come over here. We can go to the very end. You can go ahead and cut it, delete it. You know, you can change the audio lengths in here, right here. So this volume, it kind of goes down over time. You can click again and put one up here. So it kind of fades down. So now I'll go ahead and play it. And you're going to notice it fades down this time. So the earth is getting warmer. So now we got some music underneath it. You know, if you want a little bit more of this kind of inspirational and happy, if you want a little bit more, you know, like dancing over here, if you want a little bit like darker, you can. So it's really, really up to you. When I said darker, like a little bit of a darker type of a tone, a little more just heavy, you know, somber of a tone. So you'll notice me adjusting this volume level here. When it gets about here, it's going to go down. You know how like a lot of music and videos end when they come good, they kind of slowly draw out. All right, so this is how you install audio. You can put in your own music if you'd like to, again, under your media. I'm not going to show you guys too much about inserting your media. If you guys want to get that high level, you can. You know, there's all these really cool other things. You can do transitions and backgrounds. You can overlay multiple videos on top of each other with text. So there's a lot of great things you can be doing with this, but you know, like a lot of digital tools, guys, it can overwhelm you. So some of you guys may not be digital savvy. You know, definitely a lot of you guys are probably more digital savvy than I am, but this is a basic overview. And if you are to turn in a product like this, you get some high marks. There is a rubric associated on this. It talks about how do we understand what the environmental problem is. You can very clearly see that this is definitely about the earth getting warmer and climate change. Do we see a cause, effects, and solutions? You definitely saw that this one did. Is there some text in there that kind of helps guide it? I think you guys saw how we can insert text well. And how does it kind of feel overall? And is the editing kind of smooth? Or is it kind of chopped up? And are there problems where things overlap or things go too long? Did you take some time to really think about how this feels and how it looks and spend a little bit more time editing the clips and cutting them like I did to help you guys understand how to create some of these videos? So hopefully that gives you guys a kind of idea. Video editing, I think, is a very important skill. You know, we talked about, if you remember at the beginning, we talked about of the year, and for the Y carrying it, we talked about digital publicity, not necessarily digital publicity, but graphic design. We used PictoChart, and we did one for colleges. Again, video editing, I think, is a skill that a lot of students are going to need, and I think a lot of students would like to know. And so this is a great platform for you to begin editing. You know, there's YouTube that does editors. There's, you know, Instagram, all these things have editors. But I think it's a really cool platform that gives you a lot more tricks than a simple phone app can. Okay. All right, guys, sorry for the long-winded video, but hopefully this gives you an idea how to create your project. Remember that this is a project, which is a significant chunk of your guys' grade. So please make sure you complete this. And if you have any questions, ask your teacher. WeVideo has some great help. So, you know, obviously you guys know how to do this too. YouTube is a great one as well. So check it out. All right, guys, take care. Bye now. Oh, one last thing. You do turn in your link. So wait, how do we do this? You hit finish. All right, and so we're going to put this as an environmental problem. Again, this would be really cool to put onto your digital portfolio as well. So something you can do. You can do it in HD or a standard if you want to. You can save it to your Google Drive if you want to. That way you can turn in a link that way. If you do a Google Drive, um, you have to make sure it's public. This is actually going to give you one that's public as well, by doing the WeVideo. Say make exports public. So I'll show you how you can get that in a second. So we're going to go ahead and finish it. And you can upload this to YouTube if you want to and give us a YouTube link. If it's public, so it's going to take a little bit of time, so I apologize. But if it's public at the end, this thing will give you a link. You guys can upload to Google Drive, which you can upload to YouTube. Please make sure if you do give us a Google Drive file, however, that you have changed the share settings to public or to where we can view it as teachers. All right, so I would highly advise you just put it to your school YouTube account. It's gonna be easier to upload your digital portfolio as well. And how do you do that? If you go back to our editor, if you guys saw that, when we hit finish, right here, there's a YouTube destination as well. Okay, so you can simply do that, and that way it's on YouTube, and then you go to YouTube and make sure it makes it public. And if you have any problems with any of those type of things, guys, let us know. Take a screenshot of this part, and we'll walk you through it, and we'll try to figure it out. But I think a lot of you guys are pretty savvy on how to get information from Google Drive to YouTube or try to create that link. All right, guys. So that's how you finish it, and that's the link that you will turn into Schoology here. And there is a 4-point rubric for your project, so please make sure you get it. All right, not a fake out this time. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow as we do a multi-paragraph writing assignment.